Picture this. You just finished a deep, transformative healing session with a client. They shifted something heavy, and you both felt that profound release. You close the space with intention, say your warm goodbyes, and then you sit down at your computer.
And you just immediately hit a brick wall.
Exactly, a
Yeah.
brick ball trying to write your session notes. Okay, let's unpack this. Today's deep dive is built on a stack of sources you sent us. So, interviews with intuitive coaches, articles on the wellness economy, and some software case studies.
Right.
Our mission, to explore a silent energy killer called the admin tax, and look at how spiritual practitioners can use tech to actively protect their energy.
What's fascinating here is that across all these interviews, the burnout isn't coming from the healing work itself.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, no, the exhaustion stems from trying to run a highly nuanced emotional practice using generic business tools, tools built for corporate sales, not spiritual care.
Oh, I mean, there's an inherent friction there, right? We
Yeah.
usually view tech as the ultimate enemy of spiritual presence.
We really do.
Like, if you're jumping between Notion for notes, Calendly for booking, and Gmail for communication, it's like trying to meditate in the middle of a busy stock exchange.
That is such a good analogy.
Right. Even if you aren't actively looking at those 5 browser tabs during a session, they're constantly draining your internal battery in the background.
Yeah, and that battery drain is exactly what the research defines as invisible overhead. I mean, think about how a spreadsheet functions mechanically.
It's just rows and columns.
Exactly. It's designed to capture discrete raw data like dates, payments, names, but it is entirely incapable of capturing emotional context.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So when you had to sever your flow state to switch from a calendar app to frantically digging through your inbox for an intake form from 6 months ago, you just lose that vital context.
So if the core problem is disjointed context, the solution naturally has to be a single, unified view.
Yes, which brings us to the case studies.
Right, which points to a platform called Soulful CRM. Now, for you listening, CRM usually stands for Customer Relationship Management, which, well, sounds very corporate.
Very corporate.
But in this context, think of it as a secure digital container specifically designed to hold the entire history of a healing relationship. It handles the booking, the automated follow-ups, and the client history all in one place.
Which is huge for energy workers.
But hold on, the sources also highlight its AI session recaps. I have to admit, bringing artificial intelligence into something as intimate as an energy reading sounds, I don't know, incredibly sterile. Doesn't that contradict the whole idea of intentional presence?
It's a very valid skepticism.
Yeah.
But let's look at how the mechanism actually works.
Yeah.
The AI isn't doing the healing or, generating fake empathy.
Okay, well, that's a relief.
Right. It's solving blank page paralysis.
Yeah.
After a deep session, you know the emotional arc, but the specific details are fading.
Because you're just completely drained.
Exactly. Instead of forcing yourself to write a formal summary from scratch, you just dictate or jot down a few raw observations. The AI then references the client's past history and structures your scattered thoughts into a cohesive recap.
Oh, so it's automatically pulling forward the ongoing themes you've been tracking together.
Yes, exactly that.
Here's where it gets really interesting. It's not just acting as a fancy spell checker, it's acting as a context engine. It takes the cognitive load of reconstructing a session entirely off your plate.
Precisely. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, eliminating that cognitive load physically changes how you show up.
How so?
Well, because the software is mechanically triggering the follow-up emails and holding the logistical weight, you stop dreading the paperwork waiting for you at the end of the day.
Right, you enter your next session completely unburdened.
Yes, you do.
So what does this all mean for the actual client experience?
Well, when admin runs itself, practitioners stop dreading that paperwork and show up fully present. Consequently, clients feel genuinely remembered and cared for. You have their entire journey mapped out right in front of you, without having to dig for it.
It really proves that automating the logistics doesn't make your practice robotic. It builds a protective moat around your energy so the sacred work stays sacred.
It does.
Automating admin allows a practice to feel just as intentional as the healing work inside it.
Absolutely. And it leaves us with a final thought to ponder. If your tech stack is quietly draining your energy every day, how much of that scattered admin anxiety is inadvertently making its way into the sacred space you hold for your clients?